Hey, quick question. When was the last time you changed so much that even you didn't recognize yourself? Not because you wanted to, but because life handed you a plot twist and said, survive this, then figure out who you are now. I really love this line. Survive this, then figure out who you are now. Today's episode is about a reinvention, not the Instagram kind, not the quit my job to travel around the world kind. I'm talking about the slow, confusing, deeply human kind of change. The kind you don't plan but find yourself living through. And to explore that, I want to take you on a journey, not just through your life, but through a story we all know, which is Batman. If you're a fan of Batman, let me know in the comment. And also, if you're a fan of any other superhero, please feel free to drop by. Yes, it is all about Batman because hear me out. Batman's story, it's one of the greatest tales of reinvention we will ever hear. I eventually always come back to the story of Batman whenever life throws me something. I was like, I'm Batman. So, welcome back to episode 34 of our ongoing series of Art to Heart podcast. And today's episode is all about the art of reinvention. So, yeah, we all know the classic Batman story. A boy named Bruce Wayne watches his parents die alone in the world, feel lost, broken, and consumed by grief. For years, he lets that grief define him. But here is the twist that grief does not destroy him, it reinvents him. Bruce would have stayed a victim of his circumstances. He would have let the pain of his past turn him into someone bitter, someone lost, but instead he chooses a different path and he becomes Batman. Something I relate to very often in my life, losing someone and actually letting those past not affect us into becoming a villain, but rather something you actually can contribute to the greater mass. He doesn't just start dressing up in a cape and fighting crime overnight. He trains and trains and trains. Oh my gosh, there is so much of training he went through. He goes through physical and mental challenges that reshape him entirely. He reinvents himself from the inside out. And Bruce Wayne does not wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a hero. He wakes up in the aftermath of tragedy and say, I need to rebuild. This is the iconic line of Batman. Like, what are you going to do? And then he'll say, I'm going to rebuild, right? Sound familiar? Somewhere along the path, we have also been part of these circumstances. Not so similar, but for me, it is very similar, but in a form of different grief. But each of us might have gone in a different set of grief, losing ourselves in the process. So rather than saying, why is this happening to us, you should simply say, I will rebuild myself to the best of the best of the best. Your own dark night moment. We all watch superheroes movie and get we super aligned to what happening, and we get super indulged in the thought process of, oh my gosh, look at him getting so strong at day by day. But have you ever just for a moment thought like how much of the time they're spending alone building themselves up? Like Bruce, we all face moments that force us to redefine who we are. Maybe it's a loss, a failure, or a life change you didn't choose. But just like Bruce Wayne, you have two choices. One, you can let the circumstances define you. And two, you can decide to reinvent yourself. I will always choose the number two option. For Bruce, reinvention wasn't a clear, comfortable path. It was filled with pain, discomfort, and isolation. Like I said, how much of superheroes movie we have watched, and little to less we give the time where a hero is all alone by himself, building himself up day in, day out. And it's just a montage of like a 3 minute hardly we ever got to see in a movie, but it would have been like a 10, 15 years in the hero's life, right? But it was also filled with like growth, a purpose, and eventually mastery of doing what they want to do. Just like Batman, your transformation might require you to go through your own training period, and that period will likely to be messy. Not likely to be messy, it will be messy. It will test you, but in the end, you will come out of it knowing that who you are now isn't who you were yesterday. So, how do you reinvent yourself when you're facing your own dark night moment? Strategies for reinventing yourself like a Batman. So let's talk something real. Actionable strategies to help you go through your own reinvention, just like Batman did. Embrace the pain and don't stay there. You can always go back to that to seek some knowledge and get back out of it. Batman turning point wasn't just about feeling the pain of losing his parents. It was about deciding to transform that pain into something useful. It's the same for you, same for me. The pain of life's challenges like heartbreak, loss, or failure can't define you forever. You have to learn, listen from it, and move ahead of it. Acknowledge it, process it, but use it to fuel your reinvention. Turn that pain into purpose. I have talked an entire episode of converting pain into purpose. If you're interested, I'll make sure to leave the link down below. You can go ahead and listen to that entire podcast. Number two, commit to the process of growth. Batman just didn't wake up in a Batcave and a bunch of cool gadgets. He spent years in training. Reinvention requires patience. There is no overnight success. I will say it again. There is no overnight success. There is only daily discipline. You wake up every single day to do this mundane shit of workload of thing which you absolutely hate to do. That's what makes you apart from the rest of 99.99 percentile. Whether it is reading, working on new skill, or setting small daily goals, be consistent. Do that mundane shit is my ultimate line to myself. Batman trained himself mentally, physically, and emotionally. It's the same for you. Get comfortable with the long journey of growth. It will be a period of isolation. Trust me, people will hate you for the way you are. They will hate you because you're not being part of the life. They will hate you because you're not listening to them. But trust me, it's your life. Take it back. Own it like you own your entire visibility of your existence and process that in a long run, not on a short run. Number three, identify who you need to become. I remember listening to Chris Williams' podcast, and he was talking about nobody claps you until everybody claps you. Nobody's going to support your decisions. Nobody's going to support you to what you want to become. But at the end, you will change this drastic support into the community, and they will start acknowledging for who you are. Till the time period, ignore all the noises. Okay, like Batman's decision wasn't just to fighting crime. He became the person Gotham needed him to be. Reinvention is about vision. I remember people asking, where do you see yourself in 5 years? A lot of people have exact answer to what they want to do in next 5 years. A lot of people stumble upon thinking we are still in the path of hunting what we want to do. We are not actually sure of what we want to become. So make sure you have this strong vision. Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? I don't know. Just have a clear vision for yourself. You need to become to serve your purpose, not who others expect you to be. A lot of our community, we Indian, are strictly bounded by the law of our family, parents, people around us. We have the linear form of life. We got married at this stage, we studied at this stage, we have child. Don't do any of this. Don't follow any of this. None of this even applicable in today's life. You have to do what you feel it's to be right. I'm not asking just go start here and start smoking. No, not anything like that. It's more of take a vision. I want to see myself in this work. I want to see myself in this situation in a life where I am going to add so much of value to x amount of set of people, and you work on that. You don't have to go ahead and make everyone on your side before you even know what you want to do. So build yourself up so strong that people can just look up to you rather than reaching out to you. That's one of my key takeaway in my life. And also, you should think who you want to be, but who the world needs and who you're truly capable of becoming. Where a lot of our potential get wasted just by thinking what people are gonna say. A lot of potential just get wasted by hoping the best for others but not for us. But in the process of pleasing people, you lose yourself. So better be like a Batman and end up in a cave, build yourself, isolate, get that shit done, and do that mundane daily task which you're not willing to do just for your best of yourself. Stop pleasing people, my lords. Number four, create your own Batcave. Every hero needs a space to reflect and strategize. Batman didn't just fight crime in the street, he retreated to his Batcave for rest, reflection, and planning. You need a space where you can reflect, recharge, and plan your next move. It could be a journal, a meditation practice, or a quiet time each morning. Reinvention isn't about hustle, it's about strategic action in alignment with your vision. Like I said, take a piece of paper, write your vision, plan your strategic action to achieve this vision, and stick to it no matter what life throws at you. Number five, take action even when you are not ready. Something we all do this. Even I am the guilt of this situation. Batman didn't wait until he had everything figured out. He started even when he wasn't sure he was ready, he took action. Reinvention is about starting before you feel you're ready. Don't wait for the perfect moment to jump. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start something new. Just go with the flow. The perfect moment is created by taking imperfect action. I am guilt of this. I hardly take any action. A lot of time I have all these plans written out, exaggerated visions, strategic actions, everything. But do I take action? When I take action, I am guilt trapped in the situation saying you're so much into yourself. You're not giving time for others. You will eventually hear this, but trust me, those are all just the noise to be ignored. Nobody really cares of who you are. It's always at the end, it's you. You have to be happy by yourself. Only then the world will stand by your side. Bruce Wayne's story doesn't end when he becomes Batman. The real challenge is not just in the transformation, but in accepting who he is once he has become this new version of himself. Batman still faces inner demons, doubts, and fears, but through it all, he remains committed to his path. Your reinvention doesn't end either. It's an ongoing practice. It's a journey where you learn to integrate the new version of yourself into everyday life. If I have to compare my 20s version of Rana to the 30s version of Rana, it's two different Rana altogether. And I every time I do something new, I feel like my character development is extraordinary. Because if you have asked the 20s Rana, will you be able to do this? I would have obviously said, no, that's not what I am. I'm more of this pooky version and so and so. Now, if you throw me anything under my face or under myself, I'm just be like, yeah, let's get it done. It's easy. What's going to happen in the last? Either I will able to figure out the problem, or I'll be able to solve the problem, or simply to be said I did my best and this is what the result, and then I will definitely take a regressional of what I would have done better. So the most powerful part of reinvention is owning it, even the parts that are still in the making. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you have to start somewhere. And along the way, you will learn to trust in the person you're becoming. Just like Batman, your superpower is your willingness to keep going no matter what happened. Keep going, keep showing up, keep doing that mundane shit. Even when the world and yourself wants to hold you back, kick those things out of your mind. Focus only on yourself. I hope this episode sparks something in you, and take a moment today to ask yourself, who do I need to become to meet my own challenges? And more importantly, am I ready to step into that version of myself? We are never ready. We have to be prepared always. Remember, just like Batman, the path to reinvention is filled with uncertainty, but it is also filled with potential, and every step forward is one step closer to your true self. If you are looking forward to something and you have not done, your future self will be so disappointed in yourself. So make sure you wake up, do the thing you really want to do, ignore the noise, and be patient with yourself. Don't give up very soon. And I remember Michael B. Jordan telling it, we are almost every time we give up when we are almost about to achieve. And that is so true, right? If I have stopped doing whatever I'm doing when it comes to YouTube, I would have not have 12,475 subscribers as of today. I would have just left with 1,000 subs, right? So thank you each and every one of you for supporting this channel. And if this resonates to someone you have to share, make sure you share with them. Till then, be yourself, be a Batman in your story, and achieve whatever the hell you have to achieve out of you. Don't give up. See you all next week, darlings. Till then, bye bye.